I am married. We are married 3 years now, just kind of fresh, but we've been together for 15 years. I have one child. She's a girl. She's 13, so this is a big deal for me too, just with her too. I'm a medical assistant, so I work in the medical field. I absolutely love it. I'm very caring, very loving. That's just who I am. It's who I've always been. So.
Nice. Cool. Well, how did you wind up here? How did you find LadyBoss?
I found LadyBoss because Kaelin was on, I was just scrolling through my Facebook, and she was on there talking about lean and then the jumping on the trampoline one. That was like one of my favorite ones too. I was like, I don't know. I was, I'm always skeptical about things and stuff like that at first. And I was like, you know what? Let's just see what happens. I've done the whole yo-yo dieting multiple times and stuff like that before. And I'm like, I don't know if it's going to work. And lo and behold, ladies, it works.
Okay. So, like, before LadyBoss, what was life like? What were your struggles?
I absolutely hated how I looked. I didn't feel comfortable in any of my clothes. I didn't like looking in the mirror at all. I never felt beautiful. I never felt like myself. I didn't have the self-love whatsoever. There was no self-love. There was more like hatred, and I was always down, depressed.
So you cared for everybody else,
Yes.
but you never did that for you.
Yes.
Got it. And so, what was you told me you were like, I'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
So what was the moment that everything changed? When no one knows how it goes.
The moment that it changed for me was when I started doing everything, and I knew that I was capable, that it is possible to do this, that I am possible. That's when it all changed. That's when I'm like, I've got this. I am taking this, and I am running with it, and that's exactly what I've done.
And what were you focused on? Like, what was your desire?
Initially, my desire was to lose weight. I wasn't like super overweight, but for me, I felt super overweight. My idea was just to kind of see how it goes, see where, maybe 20, 30 pounds. I've lost 22, and I'm very happy, very content. I now love myself more than ever. It's just me. Like, this is who I am now.
No more apologies.
No more apologies anymore.
So what did you start doing? Did you get some lean?
I had the transformation system, and then I had the trainer. The trainer is a godsend. It's the tools you need to use. It's all there in front of you. It's amazing. I do lean shakes twice a day, usually my breakfast shake and then at nighttime. I actually currently am only an ABH girl. So I only work out from home. I'm trying to break out of that, though. I do now have a gym membership, so we'll see how that goes. I need to get over that gym anxiety, but I'm going to get there. I got this. I'm going to take it by the...
You got everything you need
and
to train
go.
To do it.
Yes.
Well, and just like you overcame your initial, let's see how this goes. That's how you're going to get to the gym,
Yes.
do one thing every time when
Yep.
you get there, right?
Exactly.
And so, well then, I know that you work, you said that you're married, you have a 13-year-old daughter, and so after you started your journey, and you're like, I'm doing this, what conflicts, what challenges did you face and encounter?
Initially, it was kind of like trying to find the time. You have to make the time for yourself. Time for me, I knew deep down, like, I had to make that time for myself. I was like, I have to be a priority. So for me, that means getting up early, then so be it. I'm getting up early and I'm doing it. And that's exactly what I've done for 8 months. I've been a LadyBoss for 8 months, and I'm proud.
You should be. LadyBoss forever. And
Yes.
So, all right. Well, I want to know I know about the 22 pounds. That's freaking amazing.
Yes.
And you can repeat that in your goals. What goals have you achieved as a LadyBoss?
Goals for sure. Losing 20 pounds, making friendships, learning more to love myself, to put myself first, making myself a priority, and finding ways to make it happen for myself. And then, of course, my ultimate goal, which is still a big deal for me, and I'm still kind of living up in the clouds about it, was I didn't really expect it to happen so soon, but I'm an angel. So.
Yes, well, you are an angel for a reason.
Yes.
So, like, take a second and really think, like, women out there that just like you, and they, maybe really skeptical or just not like, I don't have time, or they are not confident in themselves, and you've obviously overcome all that. So what do they need to hear from you?
What they need to hear from me is it is possible. You can do it. You find that time one way or another, even if it's starting small. 5 minutes a day, change it 5 minutes more and more and more. You make that time. Or if your nutrition is bad, change your nutrition little by little every day. You're going to make those changes, and you're going to see everything happen for you every day.
Heck yes, girls. You don't have to have it all figured out.
No, you don't. You just start and just go with it.
Just go with it. I love that. So then, what is your very favorite part about being a lady boss? Decked out,
yes.
what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is just being in the community, being able to spread sparkle, and just being there for my ladies and doing the best that I can, giving the best advice, and just being so surrounded by everybody who loves you one way or another. You're surrounded by love, and that's what counts. That's what matters.
So do you think that without the support, the recognition, all of that, you would have been able to accomplish these goals?
Probably not. I probably would have given up a lot sooner.
All right. So you're one of our brand new boss angels. I know you're super excited. I can see that.
Yes. Very much so.
So what does that mean to you?
To me, it means that I am now a role model more than ever, not only to myself, to my daughter, but to all of these wonderful ladies in the community, 100 and some thousand women. All I can do is I hope that I can inspire everybody or somebody day by day, and that's all that counts for me, is being able to inspire somebody that it is possible.
Alrighty. Well, I can guarantee you, girl, you're going to reach definitely one or many more women out there that can believe in themselves to just get started and stop thinking about,
just jump in.
And to not just focus on everyone around.
No, don't focus on anybody around you. You're gonna have role models, and that's perfectly fine. And I did. I had tons of role models, and I was like, ooh, I want to look like her. Ooh, oh my gosh, But when you start focusing on yourself and not by everybody else's progress, it's always going to be you versus you. It's never you versus somebody else. Remember that for sure.
Well, how has this impacted your husband and your daughter?
For my daughter specifically, she sees that I get up and I make sacrifices, and when you do this, when you make these sacrifices, it can be done. You can have anything you want if you go for it and you dream for it and you just go it and do it. For my husband, he sees a difference in me. He sees my confidence. He's proud of me. Initially, I was like, oh, I don't even know if he's going to be supportive about this, but he's 100% as supportive about it as much as possible. And he's like, it's up to you. If you want to do this, do this. And it's been amazing.